Hello, my viewers. I welcome you to ICBN blog. My story I want to tell you is about the journey of my life. I've made part 1, part 2, part 3. This is the fourth part of the story about the journey of my life. I would not like to make too much introduction because after I try to explain much things, it takes a lot of time. So if you really want to understand the part 4 of my story, I would like you please to go and watch the first and second and the third part. So I would like to go straight to the point because the last time where I stopped was when I finished my GSS 3 and the problem about the war we have in the family. After I left my aunt's place and I come home, I was able to have a good admission in a very good girls' secondary school in my town. But knowingly or unknowingly to me, I don't know that this will still bring another problem in my life through my cousins, through my uncles, through my family members. So I will continue my story here. Please try to subscribe. Please try to press the notification button. Please try to press like so that next time I upload a video or a story, you will be one of the first to get the notification. God bless you. Follow me as I explain myself to you. This is a true life story, how I was born, how I was brought up, and the things I see. Today I want to say them so that if you are also going through such situation, or you were somehow born into such a family or into such a situation, you will know that you are not alone. You will know you are not alone. But for us that have gone through them, God knows why he make us to go through them, maybe to teach us things of the world in another eyes. Because when everything always goes the way we expected, we may not know the value of what God have imparted in us. Sometimes we take even our life for granted, thinking that we have other life somewhere. Sometimes I see the way people boast, I will do this, I will do that, even when they don't even know the next minute. Sometimes I will even imagine in my heart, how do people think this way, that they can do things they don't even know the next minute? So I would not like to deviate. I would like to go straight to the point. So like where I stopped the last time, the way they were following me to the school, like when I was in the GSS 3, I have this cousin of mine. We are both in the same class. Most of the time, we like to gather some of the classmates to mock me or to tell them some strange stories about our family, so that this will just create unnecessary hatred towards me without me doing nothing, just because I was opportune to born in such a family where my father was able to be somebody who have some land, while their own father was also, they may not have the land like my father, but they also have the blessing that God bestowed on them, which is education, which my dad did not have. So they were also able to have another means of having good things in their life, but they are not satisfied. They try to look at us as if sometimes they will even come, like when I was not yet born, or I was born, maybe I was staying with my aunt or so. My senior sister was telling me that there was a time they can even come into our house when my mom went out, maybe my father went on a business, maybe. So sometimes they will leave the junior ones with the senior one. So sometimes my sister will be with my senior brother. Then they were also young. Maybe then I was staying with my aunt because I was not at home. So my sister told me that there was a time some of these family members, they will come with a knife. They will like to cut my brother private part. Why are they doing it? So that he will die, so that there will be no man in the family, so that maybe if my dad died, there will be no man to inherit all those things, so that all this land or all those our properties will go to them. But my sister said, I will stand for my junior brother. I will try to fight them and all those stuff. So all these things, I'm not aware of them. But in the terms of education or my own situation, I saw the jealousy or the anger or the hatred being manifest in my life. Because this school, I was the only one that passed there. Though there was also my senior cousin she was first one there. But other people were able to go to other school until God just decided to send me there. But one way or the other, they were able to find themselves inside the same school, only to find a way to be making unnecessary false allegation against me, so that they will take me out, so that I will not be able to acquire education. So sometimes they will come, they will tell my mom or the other girl I was in the same class with, though she's my senior, almost 3 4 years older than me. Like as I said before, in the eastern part, maybe after the war, many were not opportune to education. So in those days, you see people that is even more older than you, but all of you are in the same class. Not like today, you see people of the same age being in the same class. So this lady, she's a bit older than me, 3 or 4 years older, but we are in the same class. So she will go home, she will make up some stories to tell her mom, so that we not have any value in the, even in our own village or in the school where I go. I like to stay on my own, because I know it take me time to have opportunity to go to school, because I know the situation in our family. My dad is not feeling well. My mom is the one taking care of the whole family with her little business. So I am not here to have any fun or anything. I know any little mistake I will do, my mom will not even want me to continue, because the burden is too much on her shoulder. So I decide to always keep away. I manage the little way that I can manage. Like as I was saying about my school uniform before, sometimes when we came late, they will put us in a corner after the assembly. They will say, "Oh, you the late comers, come, you have to do some punishment." So they will take us to incinerator, where we can push some of the dustbin inside, because sometimes the student, they will throw the things in a dirty manner. So during the time, we will be pushing all this dustbin inside, so that the gate where we throw all this dustbin can be closed. I will see some clothes that some of the students in the boarding house, they throw away. I have to select them out. I will hide them. So after school hours, I will go and take them. I will go home. I will wash them. I will look if they are the ones that is not spoiled. I have to take them to tailor. They can amend it for me. Some, if they got spoiled, I have to throw them away. So that is how I managed to get some other school uniform to meet up and to look good like every other student. But nobody knows about it, because I don't want to be a laughing stock or so, or for everybody to just see that, oh, they are poor or things are too difficult for them. School lives, everybody is there, rich people, middle class, poor, everybody come to acquire education. But sometimes you also need to look good to meet up the expectation of the people. So that is how I have been managing. So one day, this my senior cousin, whom I'm in the same class with, she got home, she started to tell her mom some strange stories. Though I have little friends, because people still like me on their own way, maybe because of my quietness. Not that I'm extremely quiet, but I am somebody who don't want people to come too close to me, so that they will know my family secret. I don't want to share my privacy with anybody. So I like to keep people at a distance. But sometimes, maybe because of the way I am, some of these people too, they like to be my friends. You cannot do away without having friends. So the little friends I have, they turn out also to be some girls who came from a rich family. So sometimes they don't know my background, because our family also is a little bit popular. But if you come to our family, you will see that we live together. Everything was in harmony. But we inside the family know what is going on. So sometimes when people come to see how we are living, they thought, oh, we are also living good. So some of these people, when they see me or they hear about our surname, they always feel that, oh, I am from a well-to-do family. And there's also another family that we bear the same surname, but we are not related. But it's just fortunately that we have coincidence, we have the same surname. So this family too, they are very wealthy. People know them in our town. So most of the time, people mistake the surname to be we as well, unless I explain to you that, oh, we are not from that family, we are different people from different surname. So sometimes, if you don't know, people always look at thought, oh, I am from that wealthy family, and I don't know, need to explain to everybody about my family. So sometimes I don't say anything. So sometimes most of these people, they become my friends. We have to play together in the school. So sometimes when this my cousin with her group, they try to make a caricature of me or so, some of those my friends too, they will like to, like stand for me, to defend me, or to put all those their mockery down, because they are also in a high class, like the people that my cousin is using against me. So that is how this thing continue, until one day my cousin come home. She start to say so many things to her mom, that, oh, look, men come to look for me in the school, and when these men come, I don't give the men my really name. I use her name to tell the men that that is who I am. So most of the time when the men came, they will try to ask of her name. By the time she will go to the gate, the people will say, no, you are not the one I'm looking for. So at the end, she will say, oh, I give wrong name to men. So like it's like I'm a wayward somebody. That is what she's trying to tell her mom, without me knowing. At the end of the day, the mom will go to some of her friends, who is also some teachers in our school. Teachers, they know each other, though her mom is a primary school teachers. But they always know where they meet each other. So one way or the other, our form mistress then was from our village, not far from our house. I don't know how the mom get connection with this woman, and they start to plan against me. That was almost before the end of my GSS 3. So the form mistress, I don't know, from nowhere, I start to see her hating me most of the time without me do anything. She will tell me, come here, kneel down. Sometimes she will cane me. Sometimes she will complain about my school uniform. Sometimes she will tell me to go to her office and kneel down. Sometimes I will go to the office. She will be abusing me and insulting me for no just reason. I don't know that it was from my family that this hatred is coming to me through our form mistress. So one way or the other, this story continue, until one day when I come to the assembly, I saw the principal. She called me on the stage, in the presence of all people. A girl who had finished her GSS 3, trying to be in her SS1. The body is developing. We are no more, we are always doing away with some of the childish behavior. We are now becoming young maiden. So you need to treat yourself well. You need to do your hair good. Your school uniform will not be so bogus. You like to look attractive. Before I know, before all the children in the school, all the whole school, this my form mistress, she put scissors on my hair. She cut the hair in a way that when you see me, you will never believe that anybody can do this to somebody. She put scissors on my school uniform. She said the school uniform is too tight. She cut it up. The students, they were laughing. These things are fun to students. The way school are. I was just crying. I don't know, this was just from my family. I went home, I took my bag, I went home. What they said, I should go and bring my parents. That I did this, that I did that. I have not do anything. They say that I go out from school during school hours, which I have never done. In reality, sometimes when we have break, or sometimes when the teachers are having meeting, sometimes the students, they need to roam around. So some of my friends will say, oh, my sister, come, let us go to a nearby canteen, maybe to eat some buka food. Sometimes they will say, oh, we are free, follow us to our tailor so that we can get our clothes or something like that. Yeah, those things I do, but they extended that we go out to go and sleep around. That was the accusation. So it's like we are bad role model to other students, which they also, some of my friends, they say, okay, they will go and bring their parents. These children, their parents, they will come. But what about me? What about my mom? What? That is not the reason I was there, and I was not expecting that this type of thing will happen. So I have to go home. I cry my way home. And this my cousin, they were all happy because they thought that would be the time for them to expel me from the school. So I got home that day. I hated myself. I hated where I was created. I hated the family. I hated being in this type of family. Because how will a child that was 5 years old, even till now that I'm even 15, I have not even smiled one day. I have not. I don't know how to laugh. I have not communicate with anybody. The life have no opportunity. The life have no meaning. The life have no direction. Anywhere I turn, all I see is pain. So when I got home that day, I was just sitting behind our house. I was just telling God, I wish you can take my life. Why am I in this world? What is the purpose of life without direction? I was just crying because I look at myself, why? So one way or the other, my mom came back from her business. She saw me where I was sitting. She was even surprised to see me that way. That was the day, even when mothers are going through stress, they still love their children. Even when they cannot show it to you that they love you, they care. No mother have to hate her child. No mother. Condition may give that mother opportunity not to show it, but when she have any little opportunity to show you that she love you, because she is the one who carry you in her womb, the pain, the night, the sleepless night, when she remember all those things and she saw you growing up into somebody, it is a joy to every mother. But I don't know about other people, but I think it is true. So because I saw the emotion in my mom that day, even the one she have not even showed before because of her condition or her stressful life, she come to me where I was sitting, whining and thinking about how to even end the life. She asked me, my dear daughter, who did this to you? What happened? I couldn't talk. All I see is tears falling down from my eyes. Then she started to shout at me, what is the problem? Who did this to you? What did you do? Then I was able to encourage myself and I said, it is our fun mistress. He said, what did you do? I said, I did not do anything. These are the things they report that I did because my cousins go and report that I am using her name. Oh my God. That was the day I know that some people, they may be quiet. They don't touch them in a place where their pain is. No, every mother is ready to defend her child, whether you are a good child or you are a bad child. I know my mom to be a strong woman, but not a troublemaker. My mom is never a troublemaker. Many people even come to our house to seek advice from my mom. Many people respect my mom, though she's not rich, but her industrious way of life draw attention to her. People respect her, even with my dad condition. Many people were really they. So that day my mom was so mad. She came out of our Ozobi, the way I told you people I come from Obi. She started to shout. She started to display. Everybody in the whole compound was hearing her voice so loud, which she never did since the time I knew or I stayed with my mom. And I was not even expecting that she will go that crazy. So people run out, even though they don't love us, they know that this one is not something wrong have happened. Everybody run out to know why she is shouting, why she's screaming. Even some of the people, they thought maybe my dad died. That is why but then my dad's situation was so bad. Then my dad can't even get up because then he was having something like elephantitis or how they call it. He can't walk then. So some come and start to ask my mom, what is the problem? Before I know it, this family that planned these things, they come. My mom asked them, look at my daughter. What did she do? What have I done to you people that you people are treating us like this? Are you not having your children the way I have my children? Then he was asking the woman, why did you and your daughter go through to the form mistress to treat my daughter like this? The woman start to blah, blah, blah. Your daughter is a wayward. Your daughter is this. She want to bring shame to us in this house. She want to use my daughter to... My mother say, what do you mean? My daughter and your daughter, who got admission in this school? So now your daughter is so special than my daughter, or what are you saying? You are the one who forced your daughter into this school to go and start to be a problem to my daughter. My daughter is a wayward and yours is not a wayward. The woman start to make, these people, the way they can behave at times, but that day I saw my mom being so hot. It's not about me, my hair being cut, but the humiliation, the way they feel that, oh, you people are nobody. You people, we will prove to you people that nobody is there to care for you people. The humiliation is what is giving my mom pain. Then my mom told them, okay, you people will know that a cow that does not have tail, God is the only one that take away fly for him. So my mom my mom left. I don't know where she went, but at the end I realized that she went to the principal's house. The principal house is also from our environment, not extra far, but a bit far from our house, to confront her, to ask her what is the problem, because she knows the principal very well, because one of the women who she helped to always do contract for cooking is the wife of a doctor, and this doctor is the senior brother of the husband of our principal. So through this woman who is the wife of this doctor, both of them are friends. That is, my mom and this doctor's wife are friends. So the husband is a brother to the principal. So through this woman, my mom was able also to have a little access to go to that principal and to talk with her. What is the problem? Why did you treat my daughter like this? If there is any problem, why didn't you let her know to call me or to do something, so that you look the way the principal said that she is not the one who caught your daughter. I say, according to the story, the form mistress came to report me to her that these are the things that is going on in the school, that she have already tell me to bring her to school the next day or within the week. My mother said, but did you investigate to know if what they are saying is true or not? The principal said that that is the school rule and order, that as long as the form mistress have already said so, that it is so. Then my mother said, okay, no problem. So which my mom leave the place and went to the form mistress house, which is not far from our house, and confront this form mistress. These rich people, the way they behave, sometimes they look down on you when you are not in their class. The woman was trying to, like, if you don't get out of the gate, I will release the dog. To my mom say, you can release your dog, but let me tell you one thing. You are just an auxiliary teacher, but I will tell you that I may not be educated to be a teacher, but you are not qualified to even be a secondary school teacher. Time will come when they will probe all the teachers, and I tell you, that power you have to put my daughter in this condition will be removed from you. I tell you. Then I don't know what is auxiliary teacher. I don't know anything about those things. My mom will say, you shall see. The evil you do will be the thing that will put you down. Then my mom come back home. He take me inside. She start to rebuke me. When I say, Mom, I did not do any of these things, which she knew. She knew that I may be saying the truth, because she knew what is happening in the house. But she never expected that they can go to this extreme. So that was how the whole thing went that day. It was really a very big problem in the family. Everybody that came out, they only came out to know why she's shouting or why she was shouting. After a little time, maybe 5-10 minutes, everybody entered their house. Nobody tell these people, oh, why did you do this, or to even sit as a family to listen to the story, so that maybe we can organize how they can sort out the matters. No way. For them, we are not existing. So they don't need to go. After all, they want us to go out of that house so that they can get what they want to get. So This thing now start to create enmity. I become now a source of enmity between my mom and these people. No, they are not talking to us. We are not talking to them. So that was how the whole thing turned out to be. Then I will stop here again for today. What am I still saying? Sometimes it's better to fight outside war, because when you are fighting with an outsider, that person is living out of you. You may avoid the street, you may avoid the house. Even though you see the road that person is passing, you may decide to take another lane. But when you are fighting family war, when you are fighting secret war, that war may swallow you if care is not taken. What am I trying to say? Before I stop here, we will come for the next episode or for the next part next time. Like as I said before, I'm always conscious of time so that people who don't have too much MB can be able to watch the video, because when it is too long, up to 1 hour, it is difficult for people to view it. So all I'm encouraging people, I know that in Africa, many people fight secret war, family war, but be yourself. Anything God say you will be. Some people, they say delay is not denial. Where I am today, sometimes I look at where I am coming from. It's not that I am rich, it's not that I have too much thing, but I have never expected from my childhood that I will be the one that can sit where I am sitting today to tell my story. Be encouraged. Follow me to the next part, and God will bless you if you subscribe. God will bless you if you press the notification button. God will bless you if you press like. All I know is that with God, all things are possible. Remain blessed. Bye.